Hey, hello, fourth and fifth graders. At this point, some of you have received your recorders, and some of you are probably going to get them soon. And so, today. This lesson is either going to be a review or a beginning lesson for depending on what grade you're in. Fourth graders, this is new. Fifth graders, this is a review. But reviews are good. Fifth graders. So I'm going to first talk about proper way to hold the recorder and um, and then I'm going to show you a couple notes. So first, it's really important that you know your left hand. Your left hand is the boss. It doesn't matter if you're right-handed or left-handed. You need to start with your left hand. So when we hold the recorder, all these dots in front of you are facing away from you. Okay. Now remember, I'm backwards from you because I'm in a video camera. So I'm going to take my left hand and I'm going to um, take my thumb and cover up the back hole and take this finger and cover up the top hole. That's all I'm going to do. Is just hold it like this. Okay? This is the first step. Make sure that this curvy part is going to go under your lip. Okay, and not backwards like this. This would be wrong. So you want all these dots facing away. Okay? So just with your left hand, set your recorder down and practice picking it up with these two fingers and grabbing these top dots, making sure that you're holding it correctly. All right, that's really important, how to hold it. Left hand. Don't start with your right hand. That'll mess you up. Because all instruments that come from the recorder, like the flute or the clarinet or the saxophone or the oboe, English horn, I'm probably leaving something out. Penny whistle, you have to have your left hand on top. It's just the way they're built. Okay, now when you make a note with the recorder, you don't blow really super hard. You breathe really gently. The more gentle you can control your air, the better the sound you're going to get. Should not be loud. You can play it loud, but they don't sound correct when they're played loud. They're soft instruments. So I'm just going to put it in my mouth about this much, just like you're taking a sip from a baby bottle or a sippy cup. And then I'm just going to breathe gently. Now I should have the holes covered 100%. If I have a little bit of the hole uncovered, it's not going to work. It's going to sound wrong. So the correct sound is this. And if this is a review for you, then you can either skip ahead or just, if you haven't played recorders since last March when school ended, then you should just do this review with me. Okay, so I'm going to play this note. Go ahead and with your recorder, if you want to pause the video, practice getting this sound. Try to hold the note as long as you can. The longer you can hold the note, the better. But remember, breathe gently. This note is called the note B. B is your first note on the recorder. B. So I'm going to play some different rhythms on one note of B, and you play it after me. So I'll play first. I'll play four beats. And now you try. Try to copy what I play. Go ahead. Try to make it sound like me. Try that. And remember, nice and gentle. It's really important that you can take any simple instrument and play back what you hear your teacher play. Because that means that if you can do that, when you get more advanced on any instrument, you could listen to your favorite song and learn how to play it by yourself just because you can hear it. If you can hear it and match it and it sounds correct, it is correct. So learning to play with your ear and listen and copy is awesome. Here's another one. Ready, go. Okay, here's a couple more. All right. And one more. Good. Okay, and double check. Are you holding it with your left hand? Are all the dots facing away from you and the little dot is the only one that your thumb is covering? If your hand is tired, set down the recorder and just rest your hand. You shouldn't have to really pinch hard, just hard enough to cover the holes. Okay? And that should be great. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the next note. Okay, so first let's review. We have left hand on top. I'm going to tilt the recorder down. Don't point it out like this. Tilt it down. Okay, just copy me. Cover the holes tightly. Breathe gently. And with your tongue, if you do like a da, da, as you blow the air, think of your tongue saying da, da. Once you can get a really nice soft sound on a B, this note is B, where we hold these fingers down, then the rest will get a little bit easier, but that first note needs to be nice. Okay, here's the second note, A, which is 2 down. So you have B and we have A. So now here's what an A sounds like. And am I using my right hand at all? Not at all, just my left hand. Right hand will come later. Thumb is covering the holes. First 2 fingers down. Try your A. Pause the video and practice your A. It should sound like this. Pause the video and see if you can hold an A for a really super long time without the note changing or going bad. Okay, so pause. Okay, now if you've unpaused, let's practice A. I'll play, you play back. Ready, play. Here's another A, rhythm on A. Da, 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 da. Here's another one. That's just a long note. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to hold the note for 8 beats. Can you do that? Ready, go. Good. So now if your A is comfortable, and now it's a little harder, once you start adding fingers, it gets a little bit more challenging. Ask yourself, is A lower or higher than B? A is lower than B. B is higher. Now I'm going to play different combinations of A and B back and forth. You watch, listen, and copy me after I go. Ready, go. Good job. Okay, now I'm going to hold up some cards, and the only notes you're going to get are A and B, and they look different from each other. So even if this is brand new, you can still do it, no problem. Here's an A. A is in the space, second space up. Just memorize this note as A in the space. This note is one more up to B, the middle line. So we have A. Oops, A is here, B is here. Or I can do it this way. Everything's backwards as I record. A, B. Now here's real simple. I'm going to hold up one of the cards and you play either the A or the B when you see the card. This is a lot. This is teaching your body to look at a note and know what to do on an instrument. You still have to think about holding the instrument correctly, breathing gently, tilting it down. So that's a lot to think about. So if you need to pause and just practice A and B for a little bit, do that now and then come back and we'll try with the cards. Okay? All right. So this first note, I'll help. This note is A because we're on the space. So go ahead and play that note. Good. Okay. This note is B. Oops, I dropped my recorder. Here is a B. Play. Good. Now I'm going to put my recorder down and I'm just going to hold these back and forth. And you play this note. And this note is. Okay. All right. Now try this note. And this note is B. So you should be playing your B. All right, now I'm going to put them down here, and sometimes you might do the A twice or the B twice. Just going to randomly hold notes up, and you play whatever card you see. And it's on the line, so that note is B. Remember, there's a lot to learn with music, but if you just learn a little bit at a time, it's not that hard. You just got to do a little bit at a time. Okay, play this one. And that is B again. All right, play this one. And this note is A. And remember, A is 2 fingers down. All right, play this one. Remember, it's in the line. The staff has 5. It has 5 lines. E, G, B, D, F. E, G, B, D, F. E, G, B. So there's your B. And remember, B is that. Whoops, I wasn't covering my holes. All right, play this one. And now play this one. Good. All right, play this one, which is B. Good. Okay. So, good job. So you know your A and your B. Remember, use your left hand. Cover up the back hole for your thumb. The hole that's by itself is your thumb. All these in front go away from you. They point away from you, and you cover the top hole for the B and the A. The best thing you can do, beginners, especially 4th graders right now, is just practice getting a good sound out of the B and out of the A. Try to hold it for as long as you can. And remember, if you get this sound, you're blowing way too hard. This is a soft instrument. Play really softly and it'll be a lot easier. Think of this as your sippy cup, like you're a baby drinking your sippy cup. Tilt the recorder Do not push it out this way. Tilt it down. And here's the next part. Since you have a recorder, why not just go on YouTube and start looking at your own recorder videos? There's probably some out there that you find by yourself that are really cool. You don't have to wait for Mr. Unzicker to give you a lesson every week. If you're excited about this, go for it. And I'll put more stuff up as we go. I'm sure you can just Google recorder lesson into YouTube or cool recorder lesson. Find stuff that you like. And go for it. There's no as long as you make sure that you're holding it correctly and playing it, you know, it's not going to be perfect all the time, but if you're having fun, do it. Do it. Don't worry about making any mistakes. And I'll keep loading lessons as we go. All right. So, I hope that you have your recorder and that you're able to play it and that it is fun for you. That's it for this part of the lesson. Okay, 4th and 5th graders, I am now in Clever, for those of you who are using Clever, and I have a recorder packet in here that I want to show you. If you are not using Clever and you guys are using Canvas, I will get that in there soon, and I can also send this to your teachers. So here is our recorder packet, and now it says 4th grade up here, but this will also be in the 5th grade music. So if I click on the recorder packet, also just message me if you can't find this packet. 5th graders, this is mostly for you guys since you have a little bit of a head start. But here is our Cool Tunes recorder packet, and you can have your parents print this up. You can put your name on it, put my name under teacher's name, and then it has some reminders. Keep your left hand on top of the recorder, tilt the recorder down, cover your holes tightly, breathe gently with warm air, and begin each note with da. Here is a little reminder of where the note names are, so if you forget, you can look here. 4th graders, you'll get this, you'll understand this more as time goes by. 5th graders, you probably are a little bit more used to this. This is a little advanced, note values and rests. I haven't had a chance to really teach you guys a lot of this stuff, but the whole note lasts for 4 beats, and the whole rest lasts for 4 beats, 3 and 3. So if this looks familiar, I'm not going to do a lesson on this right now, but this is a little reminder. If you don't understand note values and rests, just skip it. Here is a fingering chart. So if you forget how to play the notes, let me get this to where, if you forget how to play the notes, you can look at this fingering chart on page 3. And so I have a picture of a recorder, and then this black dot here is where your thumb goes. This is where your pointer finger goes, and that is the note. You scroll down here, and that is the note B. And then here's our A right next to it, where we add another finger, and then you just keep going down and adding fingers. Okay. So feel free to experiment with this fingering chart. I will say this, if you can remember, after you get to the G, you don't use your pinky for this next note. You start using the other hand. You never use your pinky on your left hand, only your right hand to cover these big little holes down here, the hole that has 2 holes over it. So look at this, experiment with your fingering chart. The first 2 notes we just learned earlier, the A and the B. And of course for 5th graders, you know the G already if you can remember, and the E, D, C. If you can remember these notes, you'll be good. Or just try them. All right, and then this is our first song from last year for 5th graders. B, 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 A, 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 B, B, A, 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 G, G, G. I'm going to actually open this up on a bigger screen. Let's see if I can figure out how to do that. There we go. All right, so here's what it sounds like. So if you can get your recorder out and play along with me, that would be amazing. I will start. 1, 2, ready, play with me. Good. Okay. So for this week, if you don't want to go past it's in the bag, you don't need to for 5th grade. 4th graders, I don't expect you to do this yet. We'll get there soon. But again, you guys, if you want to move ahead in the activities, you may. You don't have to wait for me to assign you any of these songs or activities. Just do it. Just go for it. If you make a mistake, you'll learn from it. All right, so that's the first week with the recorders, and I hope that you're able to get the School Tunes packet. I will also email it to your teachers just in case. Thank you, and have a good one.